philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
There's no doubt the consumer is flush with cash. Target and Lowe's all posted better than expected quarterly results, but they ended down.
That's right, they ended down. And this cash that they're talking about, people are loaded with cash. The problem is we're going right back to where we were before the crash of 2008. Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com, and welcome to our show today. And, of course, my co-host on Friday, Steve Celeste, head of my education department here at Phil's Gang. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, I'm doing great, Phil. Thanks for having me on today.
Not a problem. Listen, you know, this is crazy what's going on here. People have no clue what's going on. They're being lied to. I mean, it's just, again, let's take this flush with cash. They're not flush with cash. And the other problem we're having is we have a declining disposable income. Now, what does that mean? That means that our country has been built by the middle class. And the middle class has the most disposable income. That means income after they pay their tax. Now, one would say, well, the 1%? No, because the 1%, they have it, but they don't do anything with it. When they have their money, they put in a pile with the rest of their money. They never use their own money for anything. They go to Wall Street. They never use their own money. But the middle class, they start businesses. And that's what built this country, starting those businesses. Think about it. 72% of our jobs come from startup businesses. And also, Oracle, you go back to Oracle, and you go back to Cisco, and you go back to Broadcom, those days. The way they grew was buying other small companies. Because the small companies, they have the patents. They have the ingenuity. That's where the talent is. And Cisco was driving at one point, they were buying like 12 companies a month, if you recall, going way back then. So the idea that we have all this cash is a fallacy. It's just a bold-faced lie. And the reason that you see Target and those numbers are going down, because why those stock prices are going up is not to do with earnings. Those stock prices are going up because of their stock buybacks. If you take Dillard's, for example, they have reduced their outstanding stock, for heaven's sakes, about 64%. Kohl's, 51%. Target, 31%. So what they do is they use their cash to go in and do these stock buybacks, and it drives their prices up. So you have artificial earnings going up that drives the artificial stock price up. That creates the bubble. And when you have the middle class where they're shrinking and their income is going down, you have a real problem. So, and here's the problem with the declining disposable income. It wipes out demand. It wipes out demand for goods. Now, and then what they do, the progressives, like they're doing right now, they passed the bill today. The first thing they do, instead of taking and do business investment, start investing in business so you can grow companies. Productivity is what you need. You need productivity. You drive wages. You drive jobs. You drive the economy. And that's not and that's not happening. So when you have declining disposable income, demand for goods go down, they turn around and come in and they think the answer is let's print and spend on social programs. We'll just keep printing and keep spending. And that's what they do instead of doing business investment. Now, when you keep printing and spending, that's why your gasoline goes up. That's very inflationary. That's why your gasoline's up 48%. That's why your meats are up 30%. That's why your used cars are up over 30%. Because when the demand is gone, instead of saying, look, let's use a monetary policy of business investment. Let's start producing stuff. Let's produce. Let's take a bunch of money and invest it in new machinery and new equipment. And let's start getting productivity going again so we get wages going. And from those wages, we have savings. And those savings we can invest. No, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. Now, the progressives, instead, they want to turn around and spend money on these social programs. And then they lied to us. I could not believe what Buttigieg said this week. Listen to what he says. This is unbelievable. Talks about demand.
I'm really looking forward to Christmas. Also, of course, Americans have more income to put presidents under the tree than they did a year ago. We've seen extraordinary job growth and, as a result, extraordinary demand growth.
No, demand growth? Where's the demand growth? Don't take my word for it. Demand is getting wiped out because we have a decline in disposable income in the middle class. And then he turns around and he says, boy, we're creating all these jobs, and therefore wages are going up, and there's all kinds of demand for the goods. And the reason why these ships are loaded with goods is because of all the jobs we created. Like you're talking about last week. Those ships have been sitting off a harbor. They've been present for 9 months, 9 months. A lot of those goods have already been manufactured before. Because remember, when you're in retail, you have to sometimes order. It's a cycle of seasons. Sometimes you have to order a year in advance, 9 months in advance. So these ships that he is saying, Buttigieg, sitting around there and tell us all those goods are on that ship because of all the jobs we created and all the demand. But demand's down. Now listen to what he says. This is just unbelievable.
You know, every one of those ships is full of record amounts of goods that Americans are buying because demand is up, because income is up, because the president has success.
Did you hear what he's saying? The reason all those goods are on the ship because jobs are up, incomes are up. They start talking about how they created all these jobs. They didn't create any jobs. You know what happened. In February 2020, when we got nailed with COVID-19, you were told to go home. Don't come to work. You weren't fired. You were told go home. We don't want you coming to the office. Go home. And then you had to wait until COVID-19 settled down, and then you came back, and your position was there. And you just went back to your position. You weren't fired. The job wasn't taken away from you. They didn't create anything. People just went back to their job. The job was on hiatus. And there was no demand picking up, no wages, no jobs being created. This guy's the biggest liar in Washington. More when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
So welcome back to Phil's Gang. Myself and Steve, who's the head of my education department. My opening, all I'm trying to explain to folks is, Steve, is that they better off staying with the stocks like your Dillard's and the discretionary, the big stores, what we call box stores, as long as they put stops in and protect themselves, because the amount of money that those stores, like I said, Dillard's, their stock buybacks this year up 64%. Kohl's stock buybacks are up 51%. So they're pushing up their earnings artificially, pushing up their stock price artificially. The folks, Steve, 2007, they drew 80% of the equity out of their homes. And they went and bought stuff. That's what was keeping the economy going. But then what happens is, and it's going to happen with this economy the same way, we're going down that same road. When your disposable income declines and you wipe out demand, the only thing that's keeping everything up is this cash they're pulling out of their homes. Now, the problem with that is when you have that demand wiped out, the first thing they do is start printing money. That creates the inflation. So they only can keep this game going for so long. By 2008, they couldn't keep the game going because gasoline got so high, people had to make a decision. 2008, do I pay my credit card? Do I pay my gasoline, or do I pay my house mortgage? And you saw what happened. We're in the same exact thing going on right now. And the best thing, for example, a couple of stocks that we were working nicely, the big box stores, we're done great with Costco. We've done great with Home Depot, because that's where the money's going, and you got to follow the money, right?
Absolutely, Phil. And I was just going to say, it seems like a very dangerous game that they're playing. You know, when you can only survive by taking the equity out on your home, what happens when that money runs out?
Well, that's what happened, and it's going to happen now, the same thing, because when you take that money out of your house, and they want you to take it out. Powell, when he said a couple of weeks ago, I'm not going to raise interest rates, that's the worst thing he could have said, because that's telling people, go take money out of the house. They're using the people. They screwed up. They can't grow this economy. So now they got to prop the economy up. So they go and screw everybody and say, hey, we're going to keep interest rates low. Hey, we're going to do you a favor. We're good guys. We're good guys. Pull more money out of your house. And then they go buy stuff. And they're going to get one more quarter. And then you're going to get Bob Pisani and all these people on fake business news network. Look at that. Boy, the Dillard's went up 22%. Gap went up 18%. Isn't this wonderful? But they don't tell people the only reason why it's going up is because of the money they're pulling out of their homes. And even then, the numbers aren't any good. The numbers aren't pushing Dillard's stock up. Here's what they do, the interesting thing. If you have, for example, let's say Dillard has 1,000 umbrellas, and they sold 1,000 umbrellas for, let's say, $1,000. Next quarter, they're only selling 800 umbrellas. But they sell the 800 umbrellas for $1,500. What they don't realize, and nobody knows, Dillard's is doing terribly. Dillard's is going down. Their sales are going down. what they only count are the sales going up. They don't count how many units are they selling. Are they selling more units this quarter than last quarter? See, they don't do that, Steve. They get clever and say, well, all we're going to look at is the sales, the top line sales. And that's why when Bob Pisani, remember, he turned around and he said right here, he said,
Target and Lowe's all posted better than expected quarterly results, but they ended down.
Of course they ended down. Smart money. Okay, the big guys, they know, the institutions know that they didn't do well. They sold less umbrellas. But because the sales, because the money, the number, the amount of sales, because the dollar has gotten so beaten up, and they keep trying to pushing you need more dollars to buy what you bought the week before. But for you and I, it's okay, because we're going to make money knowing this by staying with that group of stocks. And we had some good runs. What were the other stocks we did pretty good with too? The big tech stocks we've been doing good with.
Well, all the big tech stocks, the bank stocks, all of them, because they just keep going up or sideways lately. But vaccine stocks, we did really great on the way down. So
yeah, we had good shorts on those.
We did, yep.
And the thing is that, you know, when you look at the stocks, the big tech stocks that go up every day, new highs. Those tech stocks are being driven by a handful of stocks. They're the same stocks that are going up every day, the same stocks. And those stocks are being driven, again, by all of these, QE. And again, the problem is, when you ride these stocks, the big tech stocks, you got to know when to get out. You've got to know when to get out. And then you got to know not only get out, but turn around and sell it short. We talked about this last Friday. And it just gets me, because people get in the stock, it goes up, and then it starts coming down, and they ride it all the way down instead of making money on the way down, because they don't want to short it. They're scared to short. And shorting is one thing that you do very well, and you've had some real success with the pharmaceuticals on shorting. And explain to people that you're not going to get hurt with shorting. They put in your brain this is this dangerous thing, shorting. They do that because they don't want you to short, because they don't make money when you sell a stock short. They only make money when you buy.
Well,
right?
that's correct. They only make money when you're making money on the way up. But you know what? You make money in both directions, and you make money on the way down when you're selling short. You just put in a stop to protect yourself, just like you would if you were going long.
And you're not, once you know how to short a stock, you're never wrong. You're never wrong. People don't understand that. When I get back, I'm going to explain why we're never wrong once you learn how to sell a stock short. Steve and I will be right back and go over a few other stocks with you.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, Steve, you know that 10 million people lost their homes to foreclosure in 2008 to 2010. And those are the people who took the money out of their homes. They were encouraged by low rates to refinancing. And because back then, just like now, demand is way down. So they're continuing to take the market and artificially push it up with QE. And you keep rate, and what happens is the inflation keeps going higher and higher, and then soon your gasoline's at $5, $6, your oil, everything's going up, and then people can't afford to put gas in their car and to pay their house payment and all that, and they have to decide which one. But what happens is that's when Powell, or back then Bernanke, would raise rates, because they have to raise rates to stop this inflation that's going up because of the print and spend, and this time they're putting it into social programs, and that keeps pushing the inflation up, and more and more people, you keep taking that money out of your house, and the inflation's going up, you think everything's okay, they're going to have to raise rates, and then you're going to lose your home. Same thing that's going on. A couple stocks I want to talk about, Steve. You did very well with the members. Talk about, everybody was buying Rivian, R-I-V-N.
Oh yeah, well the IPO Rivian, RIVN, came out at the end of last week, and I always tell the gang, don't chase an IPO because you get your face ripped off. Now Rivian, it started up around 129, and then in 2 days it went all the way up to about 180. The problem with that is, I mean, that seems great, but that's how they hook you in there. And then immediately, the next day, it was down to a low of 140. So can you imagine owning, hundreds or thousands of shares of this, thinking it's going to go up forever and a day because, hey, it's the next big electric automobile, because that's how they sell it to you. It's the next big thing. It's backed by Ford. It's backed by Amazon. It's going to go through the roof. Well, it actually nearly fell through the floor.
Well, what people have to learn, and they don't understand this right now, that they're propping the market up with the zero rates, and we have the biggest divergence ever. In fact, today I told the members that they got to start watching now, because we're starting to see not only do we have declining disposable income that's wiping out demand, meaning people don't buy stuff anymore, but we're also seeing the low interest rates, okay, the short end of the rates, they're starting to go up, and the long rates going down. That's very dangerous. That's called an inversion. And then that, you throw on top of that record high trade deficits, record high budget deficits, record high national debt, 30-year high interest rates. You got, 13-year high yields, 13-year high yields, and inflation 30 years, the highest in 30 years, inflation. And you add everything to it, and then you're going to add, again, to all of that, there's the declining income, and then you start adding to all of that the inflation, where they're doing all these stock buybacks. You only can hold that stock market up for so long, and then that market, they have no choice. They're going to raise rates. But in the meantime, if they would just learn to stay in the stocks that work with this situation, for example, the tech stocks. Not all of them, but the ones that we're in are doing fantastic, and you just got to find, okay, under these circumstances where you got this market going up, being propped up, and you got all these issues that are weighing down on the market, which stocks benefit the best? And you catch that group of stocks, like the tech stocks, you catch like gold stocks, the miners, you're going to make money all the way up. And then you're going to make money on the way down when they raise those rates. So let's talk about shorting for a second, Steve. Why don't you explain to people how shorting works and how it's not complicated?
Well, this is really easy. What you're doing essentially is you're borrowing from your stockbroker when the price of the stock is high, with the expectation that the stock is going to go down. You want it to go down, okay? So I always use this example. It was given to me a long time ago, and that is, imagine you and me are friends, or I'm your stockbroker, right? And I lend you my television set. You then take my television set to a pawn shop and pawn it for $1,000. Okay, you then go to Walmart and you see the same exact TV on sale for $250. All I care about as your friend, as your stockbroker, are those shares. I want that TV back. You give me the TV back, it's brand new, it's the same TV. As far as I'm concerned, you just pocketed $750 in that exchange, and that's how shorting a stock works.
And shorting a stock puts you in a position you're never wrong, and people don't understand that. Can you imagine people that don't short stocks? They only buy. You have to be the best stock picker in the world. And these guys that you see on the fake Business News Network, they don't make money just by buying stocks. Those guys are heavy shorters. They know how to short stocks. And when you know how to short a stock, you're never wrong. You're never wrong. Here, give me an example. We bought an ETF, Builder ETF. Remember I told everybody, I said, when Powell turned around and said he's not going to raise rates, I said, you watch the emotion come in. You're going to see everybody buying builders. The big institutions are going to come in and start buying builders. So I said to our gang, let's buy the ETF. Let's buy the basket, a bucket of builders, XHP. And it's up 13%. Now, but let's say that stock, it looks great. It's doing terrific, still on its way up. But all of a sudden, I'm thinking this stock is going to go to 125. And I think we got in around 76, 77. It's now around 84. But let's say Monday we come in and the stock's down to 82 or even down to 81. Okay, what difference does it make? I'm not wrong. I wasn't wrong. I made money. Now I'm just going to switch my position, and as the stock goes down, I'm going to sell it short and make money on the way down. Once you put yourself in that position, you're never wrong. You're going to get out of that 80% who lose money all the time, and you're going to shift over to the 20% of the professionals who make money all the time. And why don't you explain a little bit on you did a great job with Zen. That you did really well with too.
Yeah, okay. Zendesk, Zen. We started shorting this one back. Let me get it up here on the chart here. We got it back right around July 30th, Friday, July 30th. It started to drop. It turned red. We had one small little pullback, and I said, wait a minute, it turned green, but it's not got enough volume in it for me to stay with it or go long yet. And then it had earnings, and it dropped. It tanked. And we're still in it short, and it's making some nice new lows again today. I told the gang to make sure to take some profits, and if we can break the low from November 1st, which was last Monday, then we can go and add to that short a little bit longer.
Now, the one thing that Steve does every day at 2 o'clock, he takes our portfolio of stocks, and he will at 2 o'clock post our portfolio and tell you what to do with each one of your stocks. So when you come home from work, you have dinner, you flip open your laptop, check your stock out, he tells you exactly what to do. Talk about that program. It's the best program in the world, the Working Investor Program, and we let people have that program free for 10 days. Explain that program, how it works.
Okay, yeah, the Working Investor Program, very simple. First, you get it for 10 days for free. Try it out at the website, and what I do is I just go over the group of stocks in our portfolio. I tell you exactly what to do. I let you know, are we long, are we short, are we adding, where your stop should be. I let you know exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, and that worked. We'll be right back with a lot more, and don't go anywhere. Join my gang, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grande. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grande. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
I'm really looking forward to Christmas. Also, of course, Americans have more income to put presidents under the tree than they did a year ago.
Wow. You know where that income is coming from? They're taking it out of the equity of their home. But they make it sound like, oh no, it's coming, that income's coming from higher wages because they created all these great jobs. Really?
You know, every one of those ships is full of record amounts of goods that Americans are buying because demand is up, because income is up, because the president has successfully guided this economy out of the teeth of...
Unbelievable. So what he's saying is that the reason why there's so much stuff on those ships, those goods, because of what the president did. He created all these jobs. And these jobs, outstanding, he used the word outstanding, okay? The incomes from these jobs, high income jobs, he's telling us. And because of the income of those jobs so strong, people are out buying stuff. That's where the demand's coming from for all these goods. And that's the goods that are trying to get to shore. No, none of that's true. Those goods have been put on that ship, some of them 8 months ago. That's right. And they got caught when they got to the United States and they couldn't move the goods from the ship to the shore. None of that is true, what he's saying. Not a bit. So when they lie like this and the fake business networks lie to you to make you feel good. You take advantage of it. So, you know, when you look at the 10-year Treasury yield, where to put your money. Should I be in bank stocks or should I be in the tech stocks? That's where all the money goes. They go to the banks or they go to the tech. And once you see those yields going up, you know, I better be in banks. And we work, right, Steve, every day with our members. Why don't you explain to them how the program works so our members always know exactly what to do with their stocks?
Again, you just log into the website every day, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and I have a video up there that explains to you exactly what to do with each stock. Okay, there's about 15 stocks that I cover every day in our portfolio. I let you know, are you buying it today? And if you are, where's your stop at? Are you shorting it today? Are you adding to a position today? Are you reducing shares today? Are you going to avoid it today? I let you know what to do exactly in that video.
And nobody else does that. Nobody does that for people. They just don't. It's $39.95 a month. What are you, nuts? Now, they're telling us how great the consumer is in such great shape. U.S. consumer debt has reached a historic $4.2 trillion. The consumer is broke. He's pulling money out of his house to buy stuff. But they look at the stock market and think, hey, I'm going to be okay because the stock market is the economy, they think. Oh, yeah. The fake business news network, those gangsters, let you think that the stock market reflects the health of the economy. Has nothing to do. The stock market is not linked to the health of the economy. The gangsters push that stock market up at will. They control that market. As long as they keep interest rates at zero, they'll keep controlling that market. And they'll keep on moving that market. And it'll override the inflation for a while. And that's when people start feeling comfortable. That's the danger. Because as the market keeps going up, people get comfortable. They get complacent. Then they start borrowing money to buy tech stocks. And they put themselves right in the crosshairs. They don't think anything's going to change. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it's just nuts. So explain to the folks what stocks that you always like to start with when they're brand new. Or let's start out with what do you do with a brand new member? What's the most important thing that you try to get across to when you start as a member?
Well, the first thing you want to do is I want them to paper trade. I want them to not use their own money. I want them to practice first. But then I would say, you know, I like to go into stocks that are the most affordable, something between $5 and $20. Then they're not getting into something that's over their head. They're not buying too many shares. Right now, I like the gold stocks a lot because the gold, I think, is going to have a real nice run.
Oh, gold's going to be huge. Gold is going to be huge. And you want the miners, right, Steve? Not you don't want the bullion. You want the mining companies. And we have one miner that's the best mining company in the world. And if you just join the gang and just followed us on that miner, see, these miners are going to do terrific because as soon as people understand that they've been fed a bunch of nonsense, okay, and that they start, as soon as those rates go up, they have no choice. They have to raise the rates. No choice. But the danger, where the danger lies, when they raise the rates, Powell, to stop this inflation, the biggest danger is folks will just sit there and their stock comes down and they'll sit there hoping. They go into hope mode. Like, oh, I'm going to hold on. It's going to go up. It's going to go back up. All right, see, what's worse? The worst thing that drives me nuts when people buy more of the stock on the way down.
Well, the dumbest thing I've ever seen is somebody saying, hey, I've been holding on to this stock for 2 years, and it's been doing nothing but drop the whole time, and they're not short. If they were short, I'd be like, congratulations, you're doing a great job. But instead, you're just losing money. It's like getting punched in the face, letting your nose bleed continuously, and not putting a tissue or a cloth or pressure on it to stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding, right? You buy your house, you buy it low, you sell it high to make a profit. It's the same thing with stocks. You buy low, sell high. Once it starts to drop, you get out of the thing. Make money on the way down, short it down, and make money. That's the right way to do it. Don't do it by hanging on to it long and just with the attitude of, well, it'll come back someday. You might be dead before that day happens.
Yeah, and you'll be broke.
Exactly.
And the reason people hold onto that stock and they get in that hope mode and they get complacent because they get that from the fake business news network. That's their job. Their job is to get you to feel happy, get you to feel complacent, get you to be convinced the stock market is the economy. Their job is to give you hope, give you optimism, give you that belief that you should have been buying more of it. You're so comfortable with it. Then you hit that euphoria phase, and then when the stock, then you get then they got to get you into that complacency state. That's what their job is. That's what their job is. And people fall for it all the time. They don't know when to get out of the stock. 80% of people lose money because they don't know when the hell to get out of a stock. And it's easy, especially when you have a chart that we designed as patent, and you can use it for 10 days free. You don't have to take our word. It tells you, hey, wake up. Wake up. The institutions are leaving. It's time for you to leave too. No, instead they listen to this idiot right here, Kramer.
That's where we close my fire calls. When you say the name of stuff, someone's going to play this out. And then the lightning round is over. Are you ready? Keep that. The lightning round clears. Someone's over.
Quick, 10 callers, call in and tell me what he said.
And we follow his stocks, and then we go over them every once in a while with the members to show them what not to do. Because if you go and take a look at his last stock, KMI, he told people to buy it. He said it was great. It's a good stock. It's terrific. It went from green to red. It told you to get out, and he's got people buying it. Are you kidding me? Another stock he's getting them slaughtered in. He got in this other stock, MITK. It turned from green to red. He's having them buy it as money's pouring out of the stock. They're getting killed. All he had to do is have them short the stock. But he's not allowed to do that. See, Wall Street doesn't want you to short anything. Listen, join my gang free for 10 days. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. And when you make money, please help St. Jude.
See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.